Thanks for being with us once again here on Tissue World's Conference TV, coming to you live from Milan 2019, where we're getting to meet some of the best presenters that we've had in the conference portion of this amazing Tissue World show. I mean, Milan really has been spectacular, as have been our presenters on stage, whether they've keynoted or been part of a panel discussion, which our next presenter has been. Kaiser is here from the Rockwell Corporation. He's come in from the States and joined a panel talking about the mill of the future, and we've asked him to come into studio to be with us, and a pleasure to have you with us, Evan. Just to kind of recap the main points there, because obviously with a Rockwell base, it's information systems driven. You're introducing information systems or building upon the existing ones to help create this so-called mill of the future.
Yes.
Is the mill of the future a mythical beast, or is it becoming reality?
Oh, definitely reality. I think these systems are turning into implementable solutions instead of just wish lists for the brand owners and machine builders that supply. But the challenge is the implementation and finding the right mix of products, people to deliver the solutions that solve the problems.
How do you start even working this conundrum out? Where does it all begin?
I think you need to dissect the problem into some smaller bite-sized pieces and work your way through, get a success, build upon the success. I think one of the traps that some of our customers fall into is they try to do too much too fast. And this space, I think, it represents such an opportunity, but in the end, I think finding the right mix, like I said, of a smaller step that you can take, build upon it, expand it, scale it, that's really what I think customers are looking for and how they get the success.
I'm intrigued to hear that you're saying your customers are going, give us everything. Because I've almost sensed, and I'm not part of the industry, so forgive me if I'm wrong, I've almost sensed a reluctance to change, an acknowledgement that, listen, we know we've got to get there, but we've had it the way it's been for so long that I'm kind of reluctant to even discuss Industry 4.0 and the mill of the future. Or is that wrong? Because you're saying to me now, they want a lot up front.
Oh no, I think the attitude has changed. I think most customers now have a forward look on that they're making some investments. We have a lot of pilot activity going on in the industry where they're kicking the tires, seeing what's possible. And again, I think the definition of the problem is the core of everything. What do you want to solve? Industry 4.0 means so many things to so many different people that you have to, I think, be a little more surgical about how you go about it. And the customers who are figuring out that as part of their core strategy are getting the faster advancements and wins.
I love that. What's the nub then of Industry 4.0 as far as you're concerned? What's the heart of the beast?
Well, I think the promise of Industry 4.0 is machine learning and kind of self-healing type systems where you don't need operators, you don't need really anything. You know, this is the Star Wars machine that does its own stuff. But, you know, I think the bigger problem to solve is workforce enablement. I think Industry 4.0, the workforce that's out there, it's becoming less and less oriented toward the mill, so to speak. You know, that's not necessarily the most glamorous spot for college graduates to land, so what do you need? You need something to supplement that, and Industry 4.0 is a great supplement for that.
But certainly the mill worker of the future is going to be a very different job description to that of a mill worker in the 1950s, 60s, or 70s.
No doubt. I mean, there's still mechanical stuff going on, but now the solutions are automation, information, many different dynamics happening, and yes, there'll be a transformation of that workforce, but I think the workforce transformation will also be a bit of partnering between the brand owner and the machine builder. So those machine builders need to be enabled with Industry 4.0 that go outside of the plant.
Yeah.
And really, one of the points I made in the session was it's really the ecosystem of the future. The mill itself supported by different work streams from different machine suppliers, from integrators, and the whole connection to the supply chain.
If there was one single message you'd like to have every delegate leave this Tissue World with, what would that message be?
I think, you know, keep your hopes high on Industry 4.0, but find the partners that are going to get you home. Like, to me, people who try and do it themselves, I don't see a lot of success there. I think you need to find the right partners. I hope Rockwell is one of them, but in the end, even if we're not, find the right one. That's how you're going to get the success. And the partners are not just automation companies, they're machine builders, integrators. It's the entire community that's going to answer the problem with Industry 4.0.
Talk to people with case studies as well, and that's where you've got a lot of case studies to share.
Exactly.
Brilliant stuff. Well, thank you for being with us in the studio. Real pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Hope you've enjoyed your Tissue World.
I have.
Excellent, sir. Thank you.